Okay, all right, all right, all right. Gotta put that away. Time for the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to Outside the Box. I have completely lost count of where we're at. Mid-50s, right? Series of videos where I unbox some awesome stuff and show you all here at home. And today, we've got a special one. This one comes to us from good friend of the channel, Otaku Builder. Shout outs to him. If you haven't seen his channel, do yourself a favor. Go check it out right now. Pause this video. I'll have a link to his channel down below. He does some fantastic work over there. Recently got done doing what's essentially a life-size R2-D2. Crazy work. And some time ago when I was working on the 3D printed Jazz, I was printing a bit of a side project for him. I won't spoil it. I won't say what it is. He will release it when he's ready over on his channel. But as a way of thank you, he sent over this bad boy here. And yeah, I've been itching to get it opened ever since then. Unfortunately, it looks like it got drop kicked a little bit. I'm not too worried about what's inside though. I think it's okay. Although I can sense there's a lot of pieces, as there should be. Here, look at that. Oh, look at that. Woo! Get over there. Ah, okay. So this is a model kit, an actual bona fide model kit of Star Trek, the USS Cerritos from Lower Decks. And holy snaps, I totally forgot this was out. I know Otaku Builder had asked me about it a while back, I guess when it got announced. Definitely something I wanted to pick up, just completely slipped by me though. And so I'm so happy to not have it. This of course comes from his personal collection. He did mention he's gonna have to buy another one. Thanks so much, bro, I appreciate it. Let's check out what's in here, yeah? Oh, which also I think I'm gonna end up having to buy separately are the water slide decals for this kit. I do like to add them to my Starship builds. You can, I think, get like an Aztec decal kit instead and kind of spray paint those certain patterns that they have like on the ship. I've never done that before though, but I do think it looks a heck of a lot nicer with that. Maybe this will be the first one that I try that with, huh? Oh, it does say it's injected in translucent plastic, which is for the lighting, I think, to help out with all of the little windows and of course the warp nacelles and whatnot. That's awesome. I think a lot of the newer Star Trek ships are now being done in a clearer plastic to accommodate that. That's really good. I forgot if I have like the updated, I think there's a Voyager ship for that. I'm pretty sure I got that. I built the Enterprise D many years ago, still in my display case, back before I had a channel here on YouTube. And it was a great build. It's, I don't know what the scale of it is. It's not a super large one, and it didn't have any clear parts with it. So it's not lit up, but I'd love to have one that I could hopefully light up. It does include a full color decal sheet. Oh, bonus for California class registries I've seen in Lower Decks. I think you can make a couple of different versions of the ship. So it has this included in the box, I think for a different registry. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple of different ones on here. This is such a nice looking ship too. Big fan of the show. Heartbroken when it got canceled. Still have, I guess, maybe a glimmer of hope that I might get picked up by a different streaming service. I know that's always possible, but it's been a while now since it got canceled, so I don't know if that's still a possibility now. But this show, I think timeline-wise, it takes place a little bit after TNG, which is why I think the design of the ship is kind of reminiscent of that. Obviously not the exact same thing, but the design has definitely grown on me. Let's take a gander. Basic dome base with the metal rod that is hollow that you can see there. That's actually crucial if you're going to light it up and have all of the cables, all of the lighting cables going through it here. Nice instruction manual here. This is the NCC 75567. I could never remember those, other than the 1701, of course, right? I don't think anything really complex as far as a kit goes for a Starship. Looks like it's pretty standard stuff. You have the saucer sections, and you're attaching all of the side bits around it, then the other saucer section up on top. And on the back here showing warp nacelle assembly instructions and whatnot. Oh, and where the decals go on there as well. I don't think it's an overly complex design overall, I guess because it was for an animated show. And the pieces here, yeah, they're not obviously completely clear. They're like a white plastic, but the light definitely catches through. Maybe I can show you here a little bit. Yeah, that is the light shining right through that. That's awesome stuff. And all of the other sections here for the warp nacelles and whatnot. There are some actual clear pieces, and it's funny how there's always like a little piece hanging off of this. This never survives in one piece. It never. But nothing's broken though. It's the piece that's hanging off is a piece onto itself that's intact. But it's all of the clear bits for the warp nacelles, the red and the blue sections for those, and we have the front very reminiscent of the Enterprise D that I think goes like a nice blue color as well. But there were also some decals. Let's take a look at these just to take a quick peek as to what we're working with. So this is the very simplistic markings that the ship has. There's some yellows and blues, and for the registries, other than the Cerritos, we also can do the USS Alhambra and the USS Vacaville. What? I don't remember seeing that ship in the show, but I very well just could have missed it. Vacaville, okay. Very interesting stuff here. I'm not sure where this big section is gonna go onto the ship itself. And I mean, even these, you can try to, again, do some intricate masking onto the ship and spray paint this instead of a water slide decal. But for something such as this, I think the water slide decals work perfectly though, especially, you know, like the Federation logo that goes like on the side of the ship. Water slide decals is perfect, but again, for all of like the Aztec detailing, they've got decals for that. When I've done it in the past though, it's a whole process, right? To prevent the look of it having a decal, it also helps to have like a top flat coat on there as well. But again, if you're not going to do decals, I'd love to maybe experiment with some Aztec paneling. I don't know if they make one for this kit. The extra decals, this set here, it goes for quite a bit. I forget what the exact price of it is right now, but it's not the cheapest thing in the world, man. Especially the way prices are just going right now. It's a bit of an investment. It is as much as this kit itself. The last time I checked, I may just bite the bullet and grab it just to have it, because then they kind of tend to go out of print, and then it's a lot more expensive after that too. But let's be honest, this kit is it's going into the backlog of kits, which I do have. Maybe after we're done with Menasor, I can put together a nice model kit. It would be a nice change of pace maybe. No promises, but it's something that I would definitely consider. But man, what a lovely model kit to have been gifted by Otaku Builder. Dude, thank you so much, bro. I really do appreciate it. You know, you didn't have to do this. I did the prints since I already had the machine out here, but man, this is in a loving home right now. I want you to know that. And I absolutely look forward to putting this together one day. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Now, I knew that was gonna be a quick look since it's not something that I'm gonna even test fit together right now. So let me go ahead and grab a big ass box, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, yeah, yet another big ass box from the Big Bad Toy Store, burning a hole in my backlog here. And yeah, I already have another Big Bad Toy Store box that's waiting as well. And I already have a pile of loot waiting to be shipped as well. I think I've got, like, as of this recording, about a month and a half, 2 months. Oh man. These are some older figures. Oof, okay. I need to have a system here. Let me just reorganize these so I know what we are working with here. Okay. Yeah, Big Bad Toy Store 2025. The unboxing of 2025 continues. We've got Megatronus the Fallen, Air Raid, Solus Prime, Slingshot, Scrapper, Ironhide, Gamer Edition Ironhide, and Prima Prime. We're not gonna open all of these today. Well, you already know that. You saw the thumbnail. I haven't decided yet, but I kind of wanna continue on with the Constructicons. I've got a half-built Devastator that's aching to be completed. So, we're going with Scrapper here. Where's my other one? Oh, they must be in the other box. Wow, this is a bigger box than I would have anticipated. Transformers Studio Series, RIP 86, I guess. From the Transformers the movie, Constructicon, excuse me, Scrapper, the leader of the Constructicons. These are the newish, updated Studio Series boxes. Wait, did they have Autobot logos on all of them? That's kind of weird. Shot of Devastator. I don't know, I've mentioned this before, but these particular art pieces on these updated boxes, I don't know why, I just don't really care for them. They seem like they're lacking in detail. They don't seem all that great. Not a fan of them. Construction vehicle, great. Okay. Wait, did I show you the back? I don't think I did. Nice epic shot from the movie. Can't wait to recreate that. The Brontosaurus. Sludge? Snarl? One of those two. And some renders of the bot and the vehicle itself. And then for some weird reason, we get a smaller render of the bot. I guess it's showing, it's showing some accessories that I think are very clearly going to be stuff for Devastator. I don't know if they combine to be like a bigger weapon. That's what it looks like though, because he's got his own little weapon right over here as well. Okay, cool stuff. Let's get him open. Ha! 1 out of 5. Sure. It is a little bit larger than I thought it would be. Maybe because it's been a while since I've messed with the Studio Series Constructicons, and I've mostly dealt with that awesome third-party aftermarket dude, and which those are definitely bigger than the Studio Series counterparts. But the guy looks great though. The guy looks great. It looks like here the oversimplification or the exceeding tunification of the figures hasn't quite taken hold, as we're about to see with the upcoming as of this recording, Soundwave and Thundercracker, which I'm gonna have thoughts on that, you better believe it. But this guy seems sizable. Get out of there, okay. I wonder how folks feel that have been collecting. Have you been collecting Studio Series boxes? They do look pretty cool all up on display, especially the numbered ones. But how do you feel now that Studio Series has lost the numbering? Has it bothered you at all? Does it look that much different on your collection? Weapons. Okay, so he's got his standard individual Constructicon weapon here. Looks nice. Big ass hole in the middle. Huh, interesting. On the end of it, the barrel section, no hollowness on this side, but there is some on this side. That's interesting. Usually it's on both sides. Although I'll take a half hollow instead of both hollow, right? We'll still be able to fix that though with some putty. And then these guys, I'm guessing we're doing something similar as with that third-party Devastator, where they're gonna have items that combine into one bigger weapon for Devastator, although it's not their actual weapons. We get separate pieces for that. These are just meant to be extra weapons, but they're very clearly meant to combine. In fact, I think this piece, there's like a little notch here at the end of this one, which seems to match up with that notch there. Yeah, it combines into this. Still seems kind of incomplete, or this might actually be the entire weapon for Devastator. It was a little bit lacking for Superion, the weapon that he has. I mean, this doesn't look bad, but I hope there's other bits that are going to be added to it. I don't know. Wait, how does he have his, like this? It's got to be like that, right? Does the instructions tell us to make any changes out of the box? Yes. Basically what I just did, right? Yeah. Oh, and separate the legs. Those were already separated, I think, on mine. So this is how the backpack goes on this dude. That's how it is pretty much, I think, in G1, right? Did he not have a Decepticon symbol on there? Or am I thinking about that other dude? Bone Crusher, maybe? I think I am, yeah. Right off the bat, what I'm liking about Scrapper, sorry. Right off the bat, what I'm liking about this are the proportions. This looks like a complete bot. It doesn't look like a minuscule limb that's gonna turn into like an arm. It's gonna be a foot, but he's got some heftiness to him. I like it. And again, still loving the detailing that we are getting throughout the body. That is exceptional. Oh, I love it. Love it, man. Something that we're about to lose. That head sculpt is great. I know that for the G1 toys, it was like a super simple kind of a figure where I never had it. I don't know how the transformation was, but I think that the head very simply just popped out of somewhere and it kept that simplistic looking kind of a shape. But I like the detailing that we're getting for the face itself, even though it's just a visor, a mouthpiece. It looks fantastic. The red paint, it looks like it's just being applied over the darker off black plastic. So the red visor looks a little bit dark compared to like the red here on the chest. That of course would be fixed with an eventual repaint. Very nice Decepticon symbol right there in the front as well. Catches the light nicely, as does the silver paint right over here. Ah, very nice. That is some good stuff. Other than that, the only other real paint that we see is the silver on the thighs, and everything else is pretty much just the neon green plastic. Of course, the purple plastic for the body itself, and black for the tires too. Thankfully, the tires have the rims picked off of the nice silver as well too. And I like how we're getting the wide pins on here, as opposed to it being like that mushroom peg that's split in the middle. You can see it. Looks very unsightly, but this actually looks pretty good. Even though I won't be able to remove this for a disassembly, when I spray paint over it, it's going to match perfectly then with the rest of the silver rim right there. So that'll be cool. What's going to be tricky is going to be painting everything around it, like all of the neon green underneath it here. I actually don't know how I'm going to do that. That'll be a problem for another time, but I'm thinking a very thin brush to get in there. Okay. This definitely wasn't one of the Constructicons where the arms seem to be stubby. I think that was kind of Bone Crusher for the most part, which looks like we'll be able to get some kind of a fix from DNA Design. I do have them all on pre-order. Oh man, how many kits is it? I think it's like a total of 4 kits. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. This guy though does have some hollowness here on the upper bicep inside area, and underneath the fist here, it looks like, yeah, it looks like the fist just kind of folds in for the transformation. So we have hollowness there, and sadly, I don't think any of them have any wrist rotation, unfortunately. But I am pleasantly surprised that on the inside of the thighs, no hollowness there. We do of course see the mushroom peg that connects to the hip. That's par for the course for pretty much all Transformers at this point. And you know, a bit on the back of the leg shin area, we get some hollowness there. Not as crucial as something that's in the front of the figure though. I'm guessing that's going to be for the transformation itself too. And even though the shape of the head is, you know, kind of blocky to represent the simplistic look of G1, move this out of the way. Looks like it's on a ball joint because you still have a little bit of down, a little bit of up going on there too. Maybe like a hair of side to side. Does he hold it? Yeah, he does kind of hold it. Nothing substantial though, but of course full rotation there as you would expect. Okay, all right, let's go through everything else here. More than 90 at the shoulders. Full 360. Yeah, some things are kind of blocking. Full 360. Bicep swivel. 90 at the elbows. This is not articulation. I'm not going to count that. No. Oh no, does he not have? He doesn't have. All right, move everything out of the way. Looks like he should. No, he does not have waist rotation. I'm guessing that's going to be due to the combiner mode. I'm thinking it's going to have like a side to side that I can kind of tell is there for the articulation of Devastator. That kind of sucks. Okay. All right. Legs go out 90. They go back 90 as well. Full splits, thigh rotation, 90 at the knees, and he does have ankle tilt. Wow. Substantial ankle tilt. And you know, this ankle tilt doesn't look as completely broken up here in the center as others have. That doesn't look too bad at all. Good stuff there. And he holds his weapon perfectly, as you would expect. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. I guess he can hold these as well? No, actually this one doesn't peg in all that well here because of the extra plastic that he has behind his fist. So that doesn't go in there. What about the other section? Oop, that fits a little bit better onto his fist. And you know, it looks more like a bazooka type of a thing. Nowhere to peg up on top, but just by the design, being the ginormous barrel of a big ass weapon, it would look, I think it would look maybe a little bit better, something like this. Constructicons never had this kind of a weapon, but I just think that for this design, that looks a little bit better. I don't know if I would go through the trouble of maybe mocking up something to connect it or 3D printing something. I don't think it needs that. It would just look better there though, right? You know, this is a perfectly satisfactory scrapper. I've mentioned this before. I've never had any Constructicons before, other than of course the third-party figures that I opened up a little while back. Didn't own the Combiner Wars versions, but this one looks just fine. It looks true to G1 while making some updates, most notably on the detail aspect of it, which is my bread and butter. That's what I love there. It's going to be, I think, a long time until we get another scrapper that surpasses this, I think, if I'm being realistic here. And considering how the current trend of the designs for Hasbro are more tune accuracy, I don't know if I would prefer that over this. This is definitely what I like better right now. Cool figure though. Cool figure. Recommend it if you can still find it. I don't know if it's still out there. Let's go ahead, check out the vehicle mode here. Ah, okay. Not too shabby. Here we have Scrapper in his construction vehicle mode. It's not a bad vehicle too. I didn't notice this. I don't know if the G1 figure has this, and I always appreciate when they have it, is extra molding on it to show where the construction worker would climb the vehicle to get inside. And it has that here on the sides, which was the arms. I think they end up being like on the sides of the arms in bot mode. That's cool. And it's something that I might pick out with like a different color paint, maybe like a metallic, gunmetal, just to really make it stand out. And as I mentioned before, to help break up all of that neon green too, we do get that same, what's it called, diamond pattern markings that we've seen on other Constructicons before. Right on top here in these two sections, that would definitely look nice. Picked out with some nice silver, good stuff there. The wheels are different sizes from the front to the back. Didn't notice it. I don't know, again, if they're like that in the G1 toy or in the cartoon. I don't know how accurate it is. I think it looks nice. Good stuff there. The tiniest indication of purple windows here on top. We do have that. Maybe I'm a little bit spoiled with what we got with the third-party figures. It's very much a lot of green, right? I can see where I would eventually add some color to this figure, but I appreciate the model details, the panel lines that it does have at the very least. And there is a bit of articulation here. Boop, look at that. Oh, does it go higher? Oh, it does. Can chuck the hell out of something. Yeah, there it goes. And that's that. This little piece though needs to stay down here though, but because of the way it's all combined on this hinge, it's gonna keep coming back. We do that and bring it back over here. That's a minor thing though, but I'm glad it has that articulation. Very awesome stuff. The head hides away perfectly, gets tucked away into the chest. They can still see here in the bottom of the vehicle, but you don't see it in vehicle mode actually. Well, I mean, it's peeking through a little bit, but none of the actual facial features like the visor or the mouth plate, so you can't really tell that's a head. And of course, the fists got folded away here on the forearms too, so you can't see those as well. I always appreciate that. Hide away as much of the bot mode as possible. If stuff gets peeked through like in the bottom, I'm usually okay with that. I mean, we see technically the chest here. That's perfectly fine. And I guess the feet, they got folded here underneath the upper legs or whatever. Totally cool. But that is our Studio Series Scrapper, latest Constructicon. How many am I missing? I'm missing 2 more. And we didn't have any more in this current big bad box of this package. So I don't know. I do have another one that came in a while back. I may go ahead and maybe open up that one next so we can finally complete our Devastator. We shall see. I'll decide soon. The weapons, they have to be able to plug in here somewhere, right? I actually don't see any round peg holes other than the bottom. Does the instruction tell us? Nope, that's it. Oh, wait, no, I'm lying. Ah, okay. So we have these rectangular pegs here on the back of the vehicle. The bigger weapons, well, one of them, this one, has a rectangular peg right here. So I guess you're meant to combine these things already or something? I don't know. Oh, and the other one, the barrel, has this rectangular peg hole in here. Gets plugged in here on this side, like this. Yeah, okay, why not? This guy up on top of here. And where does his actual weapon go? Oh, into the round peg hole here on the side of the big purple piece. And that's what you get. You know, I think I would have preferred maybe something a little bit simpler, at least just having a spot for the regular weapon that we can plug on there and maybe even leave it on there while it's in Devastator mode. I know Bone Crusher has that, so I'm going to leave his weapons onto the arm piece, which would make the Devastator look that much cooler, I think. This, though, I don't think we'll be able to really use this in Devastator mode. This is just really storage, exposed weapon storage and vehicle. I mean, yeah, being a Decepticon, it's gonna definitely draw its firepower towards you in construction vehicle mode. Why wouldn't it, right? It's a bad guy. I just don't really prefer that look though, you know? But it is what it is. Good figure overall. Not too bad. And we're on our way to getting a Studio Series Devastator. Maybe I'll do that for the next one. We'll see. We'll see. But you know what? Let's bring out this fantastic kit. Once more. Will you stay up, dude? There we go. That was fun. That was fun. Hope you had a great time watching. Once again, big thank you, big shout out to Otaku Builder. Check out his channel today, or you'll probably regret it. I mean, I'm not lying, okay? But as always, thank you all so much for watching. Do appreciate it. If you'd like to help support the channel, other than just watching, because you've already done that, you can like and subscribe, leave a nice comment. Those are always appreciated. And you can even become a channel member for some awesome emotes here as well. Head on over to the merch store for some fantastic stuff there. And of course, you can hit up the Patreon at patreon.com/hobbieswithjose. Check out the tiers that are available to you. I've got photos and videos of my latest unboxings and latest projects. And you can even help to pick out what I work on next. The choice is truly yours. But until the next one, folks, always have fun customizing, always have fun doing it, okay? Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Take care.